the Watergate building in Washington, this is Hotline TV. Now here are Hotline editors Amy Walter and John Mercurio.
Welcome to Hotline TV. I'm Amy Walter.
And I'm John Mercurio. The latest Washington Post poll shows a dramatic erosion in support for Rudy Giuliani among Republican primary voters, and the Los Angeles Times Bloomberg poll shows him behind Mitt Romney in Iowa and New Hampshire, and lagging behind Fred Thompson in South Carolina. Amy Walter, is this just a reflection of the Thompson bounce, which we're seeing, or is it an indication of bigger problems for Rudy Giuliani?
That is the question.
It is indeed.
Is it not? Does the bounce stay bouncy?
Very well written question, I would say.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much. I mean, you know,
Sure.
it's hard sometimes when you have to.
But please
think
get
on
to
the road.
it.
But anyway, so yes, Fred Thompson clearly taking a bite out of Rudy Giuliani's lead. But what we've known all along is that nobody should feel confident with the lead in this Republican primary, whether it's at the national level or the state level. Primary voters are saying, we're not really committed to the people that we're choosing. We're pretty much choosing them right now because we've heard of them. They've been on TV. You know, even for somebody like Mitt Romney, who we say he's low in the polls nationally, but doing so well in Iowa, that's true. But the LA Times poll also showed that, you know what, 72% of voters in Iowa still not firmly committed to their pick. So it's as wide open today as it's ever been.
It's it's exactly that. It's a Thompson surge based on the fact that he's finally gotten into this race.
Right.
A lot of people sort of standing on the sidelines, waiting till he got in. I think what it does show for Thompson, the good news for Thompson, is that his entry into the race is actually
it actually mattered.
It actually mattered,
Yeah.
and it actually is being greeted, at least by, according to these polls, by Republican primary voters in a positive way. And there's been some mixed reviews in the press, specifically in states like New Hampshire and among the evangelical community about him getting into the race, but this shows, at least for him, a good sort of first week in the race. Now,
so
whether
snarky
he's
comments about his Gucci shoes and all those things, it doesn't matter to
except to rich Washington elitists like yourself.
Oh,
all right.
Look at that! Oh, I can't wait till we start doing our attack ads next week. Somebody might be going up with an ad
against me.
Maybe.
But on the Democratic side, I mean, that's what I think is so interesting, is that you still have this consistent theme, which is that on the Republican side there is no front runner, no one can be comfortable, as you said, no enthusiasm, people more than willing to change sides if something changes in the race. On the Democratic side, Hillary Clinton winning nationally, winning in, at least according to these LA Times Bloomberg state polls in Iowa, New Hampshire, even in South Carolina, where Obama was supposed to be drawing so heavily from African Americans.
And she's still leading among African Americans.
And she's leading among African Americans. I was just going to say that. So not a lot of movement. The Obama campaign likes to sort of take people's attention away from the national polls and talk about the state polls, but they don't necessarily have the good news there either.
Yeah, and you know what else I found fascinating, because I sort of dug into the LA Times poll, and again, this is only one sample, and we have to be careful about,
it's
making
a snapshot,
it
if you will.
Thank you. It is a snapshot, a very small
only
group
poll
of people.
that matters is
the
poll on election day. Yeah.
Election day, right? But what it did show was that yes, more Democratic voters do say they want somebody who represents change or something new, but the intensity of support for Barack Obama, that's definitely his top trait, right? That he's the new candidate, new ideas. But on the experience question, he lags much further behind Hillary Clinton than she lags behind him on newness, right? So even though more people want to see change, they don't see him necessarily as cornering the market on it. So all of this to say, yes, Rudy should not feel safe in his front runner position, but these campaigns haven't engaged yet, so
all right,
let's wait and see that. All right, so I know you wanted to point, but it's my turn now to say we're out of time for today. Please join us again tomorrow on Hotline TV.